Need some coins for that God Squad you've always wanted? Check out rockbottomcoins.com for the cheapest and fastest coins anywhere. Use code ZERK for 15% off your order. And if you guys want to compete in tournaments for cash prizes, make sure to check out tourneycrypt.com.
The whole thing wobbin'.
What's going on, guys? It's Zirksee coming at you today with another YouTube video, and today we literally just got all of these Series 2 information, so if you guys have not already seen that video, make sure you go ahead and check it out. There was a ton of info released on Series 2, but a big thing is the Gauntlet. So a lot of people want to know, what player should I take for the Gauntlet? I've gotten this a lot already in the comments. I've gotten a lot of tweets, a lot of DMs over on Twitter, people asking me, who should I take for the Gauntlet? I'm going to give you guys some advice. So some things you should know about the Gauntlet first off is that whoever you pick, there is going to be an exchange set. So you can, of course, add a 75 to 79 overall gold and whatever Gauntlet player you decide to choose in case you want to change them out later. So if you want to use one guy for now, you can, and then just exchange them later. Just really depends on how you want to build your team. But who I think are actually the best players to choose is a whole entire different conversation. Something else you should know is that you cannot power these players up currently. Now, as you guys can see, this is Gauntlet 1. It says underneath Leonard Fournette. There will be other Gauntlets coming out later this year, and then towards the end of the year, you can go ahead and add, and I'm not exactly sure when, but more than likely it's going to be a couple months to be some sort of an upgrade set. You'll need to add in some tokens that you can get for getting 150 stars in the Gauntlet, I believe, is the token that you need. And you'll add that, and you'll add a couple Gauntlet players. You get to choose one 95 overall player. It's not confirmed as 95, but that's what it was last year, where you have to choose like a 95 Roquan or a Donovan McNabb, those type of players. It might be a little bit different this year, but eventually these players will be upgraded from their 89s, maybe to 92, 93, up to 95 possibly. I don't really know yet. And they will be able to be added into power-ups then. But for now, you can't power these cards up. So I'm going to do my best to explain to you guys who I think is the actual best choice. So starting off, we have Leonard Fournette. Now, Fournette has got 88 speed, 86 excel, 80 agility, 92 carrying, 65 catch, 75 elusiveness, 90 trucking, and 83 break tackle. I will say this, for a running back, is actually not terrible in terms of strictly speed and trucking, right? Fournette is actually, take a look at this, in terms of running backs, and with 88 speed, there is only one other running back with at least 88 speed that has got his 90 trucking, and that's Bo Jackson. So there's only two running backs in the game right now that have 88 speed and 90 or more trucking, and that's Leonard Fournette and Bo. The issue is, I don't think Fournette's worth it, because you can see here, he's only got 75 elusiveness, 80 agility, and as I just mentioned with Bo Jackson, there's this pretty little thing called a Bo Jackson power-up. And to show you guys a little comparison here between Leonard Fournette and Bo Jackson, this is the 89 Bo Jackson. It costs 3,525 training. And of course, if you guys play the MUT 10 solos, then you will be able to go ahead and pick yourself up a free 91 overall Bo Jackson after the 10 weeks. Well, you guys can see here, 89 speed is actually one speed better than Fournette. Excel is going to be an 88, which is 2 more Excel. The agility of an 80 to an 87, in my opinion, that's pretty dang big. Now, the carrying does, I believe, go to Leonard Fournette, who has a 92 carrying. And you can see here, Bo Jackson has actually got a carrying of an 86, which isn't as good. The catching, though, 65, compared to Bo, who actually has, you know, it's respectable, but it's nothing amazing. 57 catching. He'll be able to catch a little bit. 75 elusiveness for Leonard Fournette compared to the elusiveness of 84 for Bo. Now, the trucking does, of course, go to Leonard Fournette, who has a 90 trucking compared to 88, but the break tackle actually does go to Bo Jackson, who's got 86 over 83. So to me, I don't think this is worth using your pick on Leonard Fournette when you guys probably might even have him already on your team. 89 overall Bo Jackson is, in my opinion, better for the pick, and I just think there's better players to use your Gauntlet pick on than Leonard Fournette. Next up, we have got Derwin James. Now, Derwin James has got 87 speed with 89 acceleration, 76 tackling, 87 play rec, 81 pursuit, 89 hit power, 82 man, and 81 zone. So right off the bat, you guys can see from the back of the card, it's pretty dang good. I mean, you got really good hit power, you got amazing speed, he's also 6'2", I mean, the coverage stats kind of a little bit low, and again, it's kind of weird to see a safety with better man than zone, but Derwin James has got better man than zone, apparently, in an 87 play rec. So I think overall, it's a very, very good safety, right? And I really wish it was power-upable because I love Derwin James cards. If you guys watched me last year, especially my pack-and-play series, I used Derwin James and Jamal Adams so much, and I loved those cards. The Easter Derwin James, I believe it was an amazing card. Now again, I want to show you guys who else you could potentially get a strong safety here instead of going with Derwin James, and show you who I think you should go with out of the two options. Now to show you guys someone I think you could potentially go with over Derwin James, I'm going to show you guys Ken Houston. Now keep in mind, there's also Pat Tillman, which, you know, I'm sure a majority of you guys are probably working on your Pat Tillman if you don't already have him to 95. I don't even have mine to 95 yet, so keep that in mind. Not everyone's going to have 95 Pat Tillman. You guys might not either. But Ken Houston also goes for 200,000 coins, so you get a free card versus 200K. You got 88 speed here on Ken Houston with 86 excel. So yes, the speed does go to Derwin James +1. Acceleration, or -1, my apologies. Acceleration does go to Derwin +3. Now we don't know the agility on Derwin James just yet. We're going to have to figure that one out. Jump in as well, we don't know that for Derwin, but I imagine that'd be pretty good because he's a pretty athletic guy. 85 play rate compared to 87 for Derwin is pretty nice. Now, of course, the man in zone coverage, the man is actually 78, so that goes to Derwin. But the zone is an 86 compared to 81, which is my opinion on all the stats comparing these two cards. I mean, I'm pretty sure that is the biggest difference, but that's a big, big difference there in the zone coverage. Now, of course, hit power is an 89 compared to Ken Houston, who has 86. Now, also, the pursuit is an 85 compared to 81, which is actually pretty big when it comes down to taking the correct angles for chasing down a running back or a wide receiver in open field. That's very big. So, to me, I think Ken Houston's a very good card, and I think this Derwin James card is also very, very good and very, very respectable, but the zone coverage is the one issue. I think if the zone and man were higher, not even the man, just take away some man, give him some zone coverage. If this card had 86 zone, I would maybe think about choosing this Derwin James card over even my Ken Houston. And Derwin James here with 87 speed, 89 excel, 89 hit power with 6'2" height. That's so tempting to take. But I think if he had 86 or 80, definitely 87 zone. If he had 86 zone, I'd definitely think about it because you might be able to get that at 90 with the right Ken boost. But 81 zone coverage at this point in the game, I think you really need to try to get that 90, which I believe my Ken Houston actually... I think Ken Houston for me actually has 89 zone, so he's very, very close, and I just need to get like one more thing I think for John Madden, I believe, and I'll get another zone coverage there. But Derwin, I just wish the coverage stats were better. Personally though, Derwin is not a terrible pick at all if you guys don't have Pat Tillman all the way up yet, if you're going to be a while. And remember, you can always exchange him later to get someone else if you think Derwin is your best pick right now. Now, next up is going to be Juju Smith-Schuster. He's got 87 speed with 89 jumping, 89 catching, 89 catching traffic, 89 spectacular catch with 80 short, 80 medium, 80 deep. It's a little bit of a weird card because he's literally got 89 for 4 stats, and the short, medium, and deep route running are all 80. I think it's a little bit weird. Now, of course, with Juju, he's one of the better run-blocking wide receivers in the game. I'm not even going to show you guys a comparison here with Juju because I don't really think it matters. Because the thing is, with wide receivers, they're a depth position. So with Juju, you can keep him a wide receiver 4, you can keep him a wide receiver 5. You can basically always use him in any team right now, can use an 89 overall wide receiver. Even my team, very good. I can use Juju wide receiver 4. I can sub him into the slot, or I can sub him in wherever I want, whenever I want to run the ball, because I know Juju is one of the best run blocking receivers in the game. So honestly, Juju is overall just a solid pick. Now, I don't think he's going to replace anyone's number one wide receiver right now. Like Torrey Holt definitely is a lot better than Juju. I think there's a lot better catching receivers. I mean, you have D-Hop, you got Julio Jones. There's a lot of really, really good receivers. I will say, though, 89 spec catch, 89 catch and traffic is nothing to sleep on when it comes to this Juju card. There's a lot of wide receivers in the game right now that don't have that catch and traffic or that spec catch, and he's got both. So that's really, really good on Juju Smith-Schuster. Now, of course, the route running's kind of bad at 80-80-80, but besides that, the run block, I really want to see his juke and spin as well, but the run blocking, the 89 catch and traffic, the 89 spec catch, it makes him really, really reliable in my opinion, and I think Juju's actually one of the better options. Now we also have got Devon White, who has 88 speed with 87 acceleration, 73 strength, 90 tackling, 83 play rec, 89 hit power with 81 block shed, and 71 zone. Another person that I really don't have to show a comparison to because in my opinion, I don't really think there's any need to. So with Devon White, you're getting the fastest middle linebacker in the game. There's no linebackers in this game, I believe, that have 88 speed. Ryan Shazier up to a 91, which is what I actually have on my team. He has 87 speed. I believe Patrick Willis, fully powered up as well, does not have 88 speed. Even if you fully power him up, he only has 87 speed with 87 excel, still making Devon White the fastest middle linebacker in the game. Now, he's also got 90 tackling, 89 hit power, 71 zone, and 81 block shed. Now, again, the thing is, you can't power these cards up. Devon White, of course, doesn't have power up, and we don't know how long it's going to be until we upgrade them. But at this very second, I personally think Devon White is the best option. The reason I think he's the best is because if you use your middle linebacker, which I think probably 90% of people do, he is the best middle linebacker user in the game. Now, we don't know his agility, we don't know his catching or his jumping, but strictly based off speed and based off Devon White, I'd imagine he's probably have some pretty dang good agility as well. Having the fastest middle linebacker in the game with a 90 tackling, which is actually better than Ryan Shazier, and 89 hit power with 81 block shed, which is all better than Ryan Shazier. The hit power, the block shed, the tackling, the speed. I think Devon White is a monster. I am personally going to be picking Devon White to pair him with Ryan Shazier. Now, with that being said, though, like I said, new middle linebackers come out, things will happen. I think eventually I will end up taking Juju and putting him at wide receiver 4, wide receiver 5, because you can easily exchange him. But for now, I personally like Devon White the most. And the final card is Ed Oliver Jr. And the reason I saved him for last is this card is trash. Okay? This card is absolutely awful. He's got 78 speed with 84 excel. Who decided to give this man 82 block shed with even a power move? He can't block shed. He can't get to the QB. He's got decent speed for DT. But my lord, this card is absolutely terrible. Unless you guys are rocking with a Bills team, stay away. Do not, I repeat, do not get this Ed Oliver because he is going to be terrible. My personal opinion, your picks should be between, personally, Devon White, of course, because that card is just ridiculously good. Or you could go with Derwin James or Juju. So my personal favorites, Derwin James, of course, pretty dang good, but there's also Pat Tillman in the game, Ken Houston, which you have to look out for, of course, and then once you guys level up Pat Tillman, you can, of course, just exchange him if you want to use that way. Juju is probably going to be the one that majority of people end up with for the meantime, or towards the end, because, you know, you can always use a depth receiver. And then, of course, Devon White, in my opinion, is the best player to choose. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, smack the like button, subscribe, and comment. Wanted to drop this video for you guys tonight, so that way, once you guys are playing the Gauntlet tomorrow, you know who I personally think you should pick. Comment down below who you guys will be picking. I just think Devon White is by far and away the best one. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time.